Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So I've been listening to the Pete Hegseth confirmation hearings, and as you all know, he's been nominated to serve as the Secretary of Defense, and so he's been questioned by members of Congress. He's been grilled by members of Congress, and I think that their questions are on point and appropriate, and I think that his responses fell short. This man was evasive. He wasn't answering questions. He was just saying what he wanted to say instead of responding to what was asked. And I understand why he did that, because he was facing some very tough and hard questions. This man has been accused of mismanagement. This man has been accused of actual rape. And I'm going to go into that in a little bit more detail. This man has been accused of sexual harassment. This man has been accused of drunkardness. This man has been accused of calling for Muslims to be killed while he was intoxicated. This man is not fit to serve as the Secretary of Defense. And the fact that Donald Trump would nominate such a person tells you everything that you need to know about Donald Trump. It's almost as if Donald Trump is trying to sabotage the U.S. government by appointing such a irresponsible man to such a very important position. And let's go into some of these allegations against him. This man has been accused of drugging a woman and raping that woman. And I'm just being blunt. That's what he's accused of. This man reached a settlement with the woman, and she had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so she can't really talk about what happened. This man has been accused of sexual harassment by co-workers. Co-workers have accused him of sexual harassment. Do you really want somebody like that in charge of the Department of Defense? Do you really want that to happen? This man has been accused of taking workers, his co-workers, to a strip club and trying to dance with the strippers and harassing, female staff members. That's what this man has been accused of. This man is a serial cheater. He cheated on his wives. He's had multiple divorces. He's had outside children. But this is the man that we're supposed to trust. His own mother said this. She said, "I have no respect for any man that belittles, lies, cheats, sleeps around, and uses women for their own power and ego." And she said that you're that kind of man. That's what she described her son as, that kind of man that would do something like that. So this man is definitely not fit to serve. This man has made all kinds of statements against DEI programs, diversity, equity, inclusion programs, and is basically said that he's all about meritocracy. And that this whole situation exposes his hypocrisy and the hypocrisy of the Republican Party. When people were lobbying to change the names of these military bases from these conservative, from these Confederate general names. Some of these military bases are named after Confederate generals or Confederate officers. And we know what the Confederacy was about. They were fighting to preserve the institution of slavery. These were racist, white supremacists. And when people were lobbying to change the names of those military bases, this man challenged that. This man was against that. But this is the man that people think is fit to serve. They talk all this talk about meritocracy. There is no way in hell that they can claim to believe in meritocracy while agreeing to hire somebody like this. Somebody with this horrible track record of mismanagement, somebody with a track record of abusing women, someone that is, Islamophobic, someone that's made disparaging remarks about women talking about how women aren't fit to serve in the military. You can't claim that you're about meritocracy when you will proceed and hire somebody like this. If this man, Pete Hegseth, was of any other background, there's no way in hell he would be a serious contender for such a very important position. And this whole situation involving him exposes the hypocrisy of these Republicans when it comes to family values. They profess to be a party that's about family values and all that kind of stuff, traditional values, but yet and still they are supporting a man that's an abuser of women, a cheater on women. Someone that's been accused of sexually assaulting or basically raping a woman. This is the kind of man that they support. This is the man that they're standing behind. The Republican Party is a joke, and so is Donald Trump.